Hello everybody, my name is Marcelo and welcome to my PowerPoint presentation video, and today I will be discussing the topics that I have been given for this project for my U.S. history class.
But what if she doesn't like it?
Well, if she doesn't like it, then oh well, Tyler. She says I can be creative as I can be, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Man, whatever, bro. Just buy me those chips like you promised.
Alright, now ask me a question.
Like what?
The card I gave you.
Oh, right, I knew that. So what was America's A Just a Piece?
Well, in America's Just a Piece, it was a decade of people with a difficult task, and from their experience of the war, they returned to their policies and refused to get involved with other nations' policies. If you think that's bad, ever heard of influenza? It's a deadly virus that has caused fever, aching, and other terrible things. It was a huge problem during the war. It has caused fear and killed millions of humans worldwide. Later on after the war, men were going back to work and there was less women in the workforce. The northern southern industry cities, African American workers viewed returning soldiers for jobs and housing. Then the riots happened throughout the country. During the war, food prices went high, making it hard for farmers and workers when they couldn't grow food or buy tools, so they decided to go on strike, demanding for higher wages and shorter work time, which led to riots and violence. Geez, how many riots were there back in the war? The Red Scare. A fear of radicals and communists, the emergence of the Soviet Union as a communist nation, which began in 1917 and was formalized in 1922.
Who are Sacco and Vanzetti?
Sacco and Vanzetti, two Italian immigrants and known arsonists that were charged with shooting and killing two men during a holdup at a shoe factory in a town near Boston. They got arrested and were charged with their crime and hard evidence, and found guilty during a trial and put to death on the electric chair. During the presidential election, candidate Warren G. Harding promised to return to the United States mentality without the thoughts of the war affecting the minds of the people in America, and won the election in a landslide. The United States was an economic giant. It was the richest and the most industrialized country in the world, and led industrial output to all other nations before the war. Europeans had to borrow money from American bankers to pay off their goods. Now, other countries ended up owing the United States more than the United States owed them. I know it sounds crazy, right? No, not really. The United States was the largest creditor nation in the world.
Well said.
Thank you. Speaking of the world, World War I had caused around the globe, and the German and Russian monarchs tumbled and made new forms of the government, and Britain and France emerged from the war victorious, and the United States came out of the war strong, confident, and prosperous, and was unsure of the requirements of its new status. Americans would struggle to have all forms of questions like, how could America retreat into isolationism and political but non-economic affairs? What did your kid just say? So that's really all I have left of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know you all probably didn't. I'd like to thank Tyler for doing a little bit of voice acting. And then I'd like to thank my brother for helping me out, taking the notes so I can put all this together very well. And so, yeah. See you all later. Bye.
Okay, so what now?
I don't know.
Well, let's go see Anthony.
Okay.